Hello everyone, this is Theme Park Central and today I'm back with another week of Disney video. I know I haven't been doing these weekly and it's called Week of Disney. I'm probably going to be doing them every 3 weeks or so. It's just easier to do it for my schedule that way and it'll be much more content in one episode like we have here. Lots of news, some good, some bad. The last few times we've been having some good news, but the Iger regime has definitely faltered a little bit. So I'm going to share all of these news items, and then I'm going to tell you my thoughts on all of these and some other news items that aren't really news as well. So there's going to be another change within the Reedy Creek. So, like the manager to the board of the Reedy Creek Improvement District are going to be put in by the state of Florida, which of course means that Florida has a little bit of leverage here against Disney. This could be bad because these people have no idea what they're doing, maybe because they don't know about theme parks and they don't know how to run them. So we'll see how this turns out. It could be very dangerous to the company, but the company has still thrived in other locations where they don't have their um, district, like Disneyland and Tokyo Disneyland. That's a completely different story, but we will see what happens with the Reedy Creek district. This doesn't mean too much at the moment. And then we've had some room refurbishments in the Boardwalk Hotel. Pretty controversial hotel, but I gotta say these refurbishments look like some of the best we've seen recently. They're not like ultra modern. They're just like they fit with it's just like a little refresh. So I think they did pretty good with these refurbishments. They will be bringing back housekeeping in full, so that it's great to hear that housekeeping is coming back. You know, you should have those kind of perks when you're paying for such an expensive hotel, so it's good that they have that. Um, then moving on, we have what I'm calling sequel mania. They have announced a few more sequels to some popular franchises, basically just because of popular demand. They both make absolutely, well, one makes absolutely no sense. So apparently they're going to do a Toy Story 5. Why? They've tried to end the franchise twice now with Toy Story 3 and Toy Story 4. They're going to try and end it a third time. Well, then they'll probably just make Toy Story 6 after that. Um, yeah, probably not going to be a very successful movie. I mean, Toy Story, like, 1, 2, 3, those are all good movies. 4, it's not good because the story was already over. Probably going to be a similar story with Toy Story 5, I guess. I don't know. I don't like what they're doing there, but they're doing a Frozen 3, which I think that makes sense. Frozen is one of their biggest franchises, so I get that. And then they also want to bring an Avatar land to Disneyland. Now, if they just copy over what they have from Florida over to California, I'm going to be pretty upset because, number one, all the land should be pretty original. They should at least have like different rides, different. They should change it up at least a little bit. Number two, how many rides have they been copying over into like Disney World, Disneyland? So many rides have been like almost all of the rides except for Cosmic Rewind. I think except for Cosmic Rewind, there hasn't been a copycat ride since Toy Story Land opened, I think. I may be wrong about that, but something like that. So it's been about 5 years without a copycat ride in Disney World, at least. Kind of a similar story in Disneyland as well. So hopefully it's not a copycat, but I'm fine with them wanting to improve Disneyland. We'll see if that goes in California Adventure or just Disneyland Park. I don't know. I'm feeling like it would fit better in California Adventure, but I don't know those parks very well. And so then moving on, they have announced some plans to just like Iger apparently wants to, kind of reverse what Chapek has been doing and just add some capacity to parks. This is really good news, more lands, because not much is announced. We have Tron, which I'll talk about a little bit later in this video. Um, Tron's coming out, and then Tiana's Bayou Adventure, um, and then I don't think either park has definitive plans after that. Either Disneyland or Disney World they don't have parks. So that is quite interesting. We'll see what they can do with that. Hopefully they add some stuff. With the expansions, it seemed like they've kind of been following a little bit of a pattern. So they had like the Animal Kingdom expansion with Avatar. That's like something like 2017, and then they did Star Wars Land and Toy Story Land in Hollywood Studios. By the way, Hollywood Studios, just because they added two lands does not mean that park is still very short in rides. They've got 9 rides in that park, something like that. And then Epcot, they just added Cosmic Rewind and Ratatouille, and now they're going for Tron and Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So you see, it's like a pattern. So I don't know. They're probably gonna head back to Animal Kingdom next. And it seems like they are because they had that Blue Sky concept art for Dino Land. So then we get Animal Kingdom, we get Hollywood Studios again. I think they do follow a pattern if you watch the news closely. So good news that they're adding park capacity. I would say that Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios need it the most. Epcot needs a little. Magic Kingdom is looking good, although they could still use some more quality rides there. So good news there, but bad news here under Iger. This is like the bad news under Iger. There's been a bit of a cast member problem. So cast members are getting pretty low pay at the moment. They've been with the union just trying to, get that number up, and Disney it's not agreed to raise 1 cent to that. So yeah, they really should. They really need to support their cast members better because cast members play a huge role in the customer service aspect of the company and just improving, that guest experience. More people are going to buy into your product if you have, happy cast members. So hopefully Hopefully Disney moves on this, but we'll see. And they're laying off cast members as well, so that is definitely the downfall of the decade, I would say. Even before JPEG, they have not been treating the cast members as well. So hopefully that recovers at some point. But I'm gonna talk about now the two rides that have opened in Disneyland and Disney World: Tron and Runaway Railway. I've been on Runaway Railway. I've not been on Tron. I will be going on Tron in a few months when it formally opens. Tron's not officially open, but so much content about it has come out and makes it seem like it's open, although it will not open for almost just over a month. So that is very interesting. Tron, not the biggest fan of it, because it's so short, 40 seconds or something like that. It's like that's not that's what everybody criticizes theme parks for, waiting an hour in the line to go on a 1 minute ride, and that's exactly what Tron is. So, that's not great. At least they're doing Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is a long ride next. So that's always good unless they cut out a large portion of that for some reason. So yeah, I don't like the length. And then you have another controversial part, which is the ride vehicles, which not everyone can fit into, and I hear that even if you can fit into them, they may be uncomfortable. I think I like the concept, and I want to be able to try it out, and I definitely will try out the motorcycle, light cycle vehicles, but I don't know. I'll have to compare them to Flight of Passage, which is kind of similar. I find those pretty comfortable. Um, So we'll see about those, and I think they only have like two, like one row of regular seated cards for like a one less than one train. So they may need to consider adding more regular seating to the ride. I think they can do that. It's not that hard. Maybe they do like 4 rows of motorcycles and 4 rows um, of regular seating, or maybe that'll be a little too much for regular seating. So 6 to 2 or something like that to make a little bit more of a compromise, because those people will be have to they'll have to wait a long time for the regular seating. So it will be very interesting to see how that sorts itself out come April. And then Runaway Railway has opened in Toontown at Disneyland, and it seems to be, I think that it's maybe one of the best queues that Disney has done to date, and definitely, yeah, I think it's better overall than like Rise of the Resistance. Just a little more detailing and references. So they really did it great with that queue and all the like references. It's like you're walking through this museum almost. Very cool queue for Runaway Railway. And the ride is the same. It's nothing really that special in my opinion. It's not the worst ride ever, but it's just not that special. And to be honest, I'm tired of the trackless rides. The only trackless ride that Disney's nailed in the States, in my opinion, is Rides of the Resistance, and that's only partly a trackless ride. So, yeah, not the biggest fan of that system. I don't know, because it's like a little bigger than just your standard track, because and you just create this cavernous space when you do it, and it doesn't feel as immersive as, just, like a haunted mansion where you have the skinny track and you're a little more immersed into the scene, a little tighter into the room. So, yeah, that's good that they have been able to do a great queue over there. That like restores the faith in the company's creative techniques. So yeah, we'll see what comes up next. That's gonna do it for this video. Please make sure to subscribe and like. And this is Theme Park Central. Bye.